Hello and welcome, Inspired Podcast community. This is your new episode. My name is Caroline, and my today's guest is Richard Smith. Hello.
Hello, Caroline. Thank you for inviting me to the podcast today.
Oh, how are you doing?
I'm well. Yes, it's what time is it here? It's 6 p.m. in Perth, Australia, and it's just that the sun's just about to settle down for the night. So yeah, I'm doing fine, thanks. Yeah.
Okay, I read a little bit in your bio. You sent me you were an entrepreneur and you are originally from Scotland. You
That's
are
correct.
now, where are you now? You said in Perth,
I'm
right?
in Perth in Western Australia. Yeah.
Wow. And you are emerging in the digital marketing to learn how this works?
Yes. I've been in sales and marketing for a long time, but I've never really embraced the online digital marketing world. I always thought it was too hard for me and too technical, because I'm not the most proficient on the internet and computers. But realized probably a couple of months ago that if I don't start learning this stuff now, I'll get left behind,
Yes.
because everybody else is using it and everybody else seems to be doing really well. So, yeah.
Yeah, it depends on what is your goal in your life. Maybe you want to enjoy nature and not being on the internet at all.
Yeah, I mean, everything's got a means to an end, I guess, Caroline. And yeah, ultimately, I mean, I'm 63 years of age. So ultimately, the lifestyle you want is, for me anyway, it's more traveling, being outdoors. Definitely, I do quite a lot of that at the moment. But like everything else, it requires the right type of income and levels of income. And I think what I've seen over the last few years is that generating passive income online, whilst it takes a bit of work now, if you're willing to do the work now, it can enable you to do the lifestyle that you want down the track. So you've got to put the work in up front if you want to enjoy whatever kind of lifestyle that you want.
Yeah, I totally agree with this. And this is why we are here on Be Connected to earn the money for our lifestyle we
Yes.
want to have. This is what I see. And my first question is, what inspires you?
What inspires me? The fact that there's lots and lots of opportunities to change your life financially. I think and I believe that most people are trapped in the sort of rat race, if you like, working for money, exchanging time for money. And I've been one of those people for many years of my career, but realizing that that's not the answer, it's not the solution. So the inspiration, I guess, comes from the fact that you believe that creating income online or passively or through the internet is definitely one way. And it's a way that pretty much everybody can do these days. It's not impossible. It's not something that you can't learn how to do it. You can. It might take some people longer than others, but I believe that people can create financial freedom by building online income. If you're willing to stay focused, committed to your goals, you've got some written goals down and they actually have some meaning to you. So that's what inspires me. And hopefully that the passion that I've got for that comes through in my voice, which then inspires other people to realize that they can do more and they can do better for themselves and create the life that most people probably would like to have.
Yes, definitely. I can totally feel it. And you also said you want to share this, your knowledge with others to help.
Yeah, I mean, again, most people are oblivious to what's out there, I guess, and Be Connected is just one platform. I've got one or two other business interests, but Be Connected is a perfect way to show people what can be done. It's a new platform. It's been in development for 4 years. And there's a lot of work and money and effort went into it. But I think it can be revolutionary for people who, one, might have other products or services to sell, but two, can see this as a potential income stream on its own right to potentially set them free so that they still have to do some work, but it might just be several hours a week rather than 40, 50, 60 hours a week. And they can build up an unlimited income stream by sharing the benefits and the features of be connected with other people who will see the same benefits and features for themselves, you know?
Yes, this was amazing. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. It's like a testimonial you gave for this marvelous platform we are on. Okay, my next question is, who inspires you?
Who inspires me? I guess over the years I've been inspired by a lot of people, starting as a young fellow when I left school. First and foremost, I think we're always inspired by our parents, you know.
Yes,
My parents were hardworking, working class people, but that gives you the inspiration because it teaches you that you've got to work hard. If you want to make it in life, you've got to work hard. So I guess the first inspiration comes from your parents, and then as you get older and into the workforce, you meet new people and you learn new things. And I've done quite a lot of things in my sales career over the last 40 years, met some fantastic people online and offline, read lots and lots of books, been on lots and lots of different courses and programs. So I guess the answer to that is there's no one person inspires me. You could probably say I've got quite a lot of books behind me. Most of them are personal development books. So I've got that inspiration from reading and listening to lots of people over the years, and I still do that till this day because I think you need to constantly keep your personal development up and running to keep the mindset right, which hopefully in turn helps you get the results you're looking for. You know.
yeah, absolutely. And who was the best coach you ever had?
Oh, that's a great question. There've been so many. um, I guess the guys I've listened to the most over the years would be the likes of Zig Ziglar,
Mhm. Yes,
Jim Rohn. I think everybody in the personal development space knows both of these characters, but there's been many others. But I guess, and both unfortunately are passed away now, and there's some fantastic, inspirational people coming through the ranks. There's Grant Cardone, there's Brendan Bouchard, there's quite a few, you know.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, I don't kind of put my successes or my personal development on any one person's shoulders. It's been really shared amongst a lot of good people, you know, because you
yes.
learn something from everyone, I believe. Yeah,
And the knowledge is the same. They share the wisdom of the ages.
they do, and they maybe say similar things, but just put it across in different ways, and in their own communication style. And some, you know, one person's style might not suit you, whereas this person's style might suit me better. So that's why I choose to listen to lots of people. I mean, at the moment, I'm reading a few books. I'm listening to Alex Hormozy at the moment, who's a
Mhm.
very successful young marketing guy. He's only in his 30s, but he's a multimillionaire. Over the last few years, I've listened to Grant Cardone. I find Grant very inspirational. So, yeah, he's constantly keeping your mind open to be willing to listen and learn from people that maybe you haven't learned from before, you know?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing. And how do you inspire other people?
I think that inspiration to other people comes from them listening to you and the passion in your voice and maybe in your actions as well. And I find, and maybe being a bit maybe being Scottish, I've got quite a strong accent, and but I do say things with passion, and I don't do anything that I don't feel passionate about. So people see that passion, people see that commitment. Hopefully, they feel it, and that's potentially transferable to the right kind of people.
Mhm.
But the other person who's in receipt of that has to be ready to receive. That's the key thing. If they're not ready to receive for whatever reason, then maybe that inspiration will fall on deaf ears, or it might be that it's just the wrong time. They were inspired, but they're not quite ready to take that step
Yeah.
into what for them might be the unknown, which is a step forward to creating financial freedom, you know. So I think just being yourself,
Mhm.
for me anyway, is my way to inspire others, you know, and they either feel it and believe it or not, you know.
Mhm. I see what you mean. You are not a copy of someone else.
No, we're all individuals, yeah.
Yes. And what are your gifts and talents?
Um, what are my gifts and talents? I guess really more characteristics. I wouldn't say I'm particularly talented in any certain area. I have been in sales for most of my life, most of my adult life, and so I reckon my communication skills are pretty good. Yeah.
Yes.
And I could hold myself in any situation of communication. I've got quite a broad knowledge of business in
Mhm.
general, and I've made it my kind of life study to create that knowledge and to build that knowledge in business and the economy and politics and finance and a wide cross section of areas, sales and marketing in particular. So to be able to hold a conversation with anybody pretty much about any topic within reason is, I would say, is a strength, and certainly in today's world when everybody's doing stuff online. So the online's got good and bad points, you know, and I think the downside of online is some of us are losing the ability to communicate face to face with people, and I think that's a skill that we don't want to lose. In fact, it's a skill that we need to hold on to and a skill that we need to develop further. Um, but for me, it's more characteristics, and it's that characteristic of being strong-minded, be believing in what you believe in, and showing that level of commitment to what it is you do believe in, and an unwavering commitment as well, and never giving up, no matter what. You never give up, and that's so important, I believe. You know.
That's true. Never give up. This is a
Yeah.
good statement. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. And
You're
what
welcome.
is your goal for 2024?
Well, pretty steep actually. Financially, I believe it's possible to go from zero. I'm not saying about zero just at the moment, but I believe it's possible to go from zero to a six-figure monthly income, not an annual income, but a monthly income with one or two of the projects that I am working on. Now, do I say that's going to be easy? Of course not. Nothing's easy. Building a Be Connected business is not easy. Building an online business is not easy. Nothing out there is easy. But the key thing is that believing is doable. And I
Yes,
think that's, if you believe it's doable and you set your goals high enough, then anything is possible. Anything is possible because you just don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, who you're going to meet tomorrow. So financially, my goals are by the end of this year, say December 24, to be, if not hitting a six-figure monthly income, to be as close as possible to a six-figure monthly passive income, so that for the rest of my years, because I'll be 64 at that time, I don't have to continue at the same pace as I'm continuing right now. I could go traveling. I've built the business. It will still run with or without me. And ultimately, that's been the dream for most of my life, you know. So
yes.
that's my goal for this year.
Wow, this is amazing. This is inspiring for me too.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
so
I
much.
hope you find it so to be so, and I hope others might do so also, you know.
Yes. And people will reach out to you, I'm sure, after listening to this episode. Have you a special offer for the Inspired podcast community?
I've got a couple of little documents that I've put together, and I'd be certainly happy to share one of the documents lately. It's more about sales and marketing, because really that's my forte, and a lot of it's about the digital side of marketing, which I'm really getting into. So I have put together something which I'd be more than happy to share after this call, and if that could be shared with the audience, then they're more than welcome to it. It's free. They can have a look at it, have a read of it, and they might hopefully pick up something, even one thing from that particular document. I think it's a 12-page document, but it's a 10-minute read. It's not War and Peace, Yeah, so if I may have the pleasure of offering that at the end of this call, I'd be delighted to do so. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. This is amazing. Please reach out to Richard, Ricky Smith. I'm so amazed about our conversation today. And yeah, have a nice day. See you in the next episode.
Thank you for your time and I appreciate the invitation, Caroline. Thank you.
Thank you.